Hello everybody, Isaac here, and this week's video is just slightly different. I'm doing a start to stop, or I guess start to finish, not start to stop, start to finish, run a little float for my GoPro camera for when I go canoeing. So this will slightly tie into my canoeing videos, canoe upgrade videos. What I've done in the past is I've got a clamp for the GoPro, and I will clamp it onto one of the oars and just let it float. And it works fine, but then I don't have that oar that we can use when we are actually canoeing. So right now I'm looking for a piece of wood that I can use, much like the one that I just picked up. And all I have to do is mount I don't know the actual word for it, a little piece right here that I got in the packaging from the GoPro originally. And so I cut it round so it looked a little nicer and drilled some holes in it very shortly after I got the GoPro. And the reason why I had done that was so I could use a Velcro strap on it, and I could strap that mount onto whatever I needed, and then I could put my GoPro on that. So right now I'm wearing the chesty body strap, and that's what I used for this entire video. It's about 12 minutes long, and that is basically how long it took to make this. Start to finish, no editing of the video, real time, me making this unit for my camera. So right now I'm just finding the center of the piece of wood by running from the two corners, the opposing corners. And that curved, it's just the fisheye effect that you get on the camera.
And then that, this is actually from the box. And what I will do is mount that right in the center, so next time I go canoeing, I can anchor this to the boat, and I'll drill a hole for a cord. So I'm just going to find this roll of tape.
Right now, all I'm doing is looking for a nice round object that I can use to make a corner that's a little bit more round on the unit here. Just allow it to be a little bit nicer on the hands, not as pointy in the corners and things like that. I'll end up drilling, as you'll see later on in the video, 4 holes on the flat sides that I can tie a rope to, that I can run over to the canoe so that it won't float away too far. I like doing something like this, especially for when I go canoeing, would be get a RC boat and mount the camera on that, so that when we're canoeing, one of us could have the control and we could send the boat a little bit further down the river and turn it so it faces us, and then we could roll past it. But I doubt I'll end up ever actually doing that. So for now, something like this is going to work quite a bit nicer than what I was using with the oar. And again, I can either have it upright so it looks at us, it also won't overturn very easily, which the oar had a very large, or the paddle had a very large problem with doing. Or if we did want to film under the water, say if there were fish or something, we could still like flip it over and have it underwater. Now this particular one will not allow me to put the camera really far underwater, or just more of the surface looking down. But if I did, say, if I had shown, I think in last week's video, or maybe the week before, or maybe a video coming up, there was a turtle that we had seen while canoeing last time. And I was able to, with the camera on the paddle, actually push it under the water quite a while, quite a ways, and we're actually able to see the turtle swimming underwater, which is really neat. So all of my shaping of the unit is basically done now. and I'm just rounding the edges nicely. I did not end up treating the wood at all. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea, but for what I'm working with, I'm not all that worried about it.
There we go. And now,
So now I'm just going to go mark off the center
square.
of the flat side by referencing the center point that I had made previously. And that will allow me to drill the holes for the rope that I can anchor it to the canoe, that we can drag it behind us
Off for the center.
while we're canoeing. Kind of on there, and then mark out where to drill my holes, which really isn't that much work. But again, with just having the right tools and having an idea as to what you want to make and what you want the end result to be, it doesn't take that long to make something, depending on, you know, what it is that you're working on making.
I want to take this off because
Well, I believe I used about a half-inch drill bit for the holes for the rope. Getting the machine set up so I can drill the holes, which with the shopsmith is actually relatively easily done. They designed it quite nicely.
decent sized hole there.
I wanted to make sure that the hole for my, excuse me, I wanted to make sure that the hole for my rope was large enough that even if the rope was wet or the board was wet or it was expanded a bit because it was wet, that you could still push the rope through really easily.
Perfect size.
And I just drill these 4 holes. And yeah, make sure the tool is locked in place so that doesn't get pushed out of the way as I'm drilling. And there we go, quarter done. And half done. Oh, almost half done. And another thing you'd probably do with this as well would be, with the camera in the center, have it point forward, and then on one of those holes, go get a little piece of, not fishing line, but I mean fishing line would work too, and hang some food off of there in front of the camera, and then just toss it in the water, and then when the fish come up to eat that food, you'll have a nice close video of them doing that, nice close-up shots. Or you could do the same thing and like sprinkle bird seed around it or something. Bird or squirrel's not going to be strong enough to carry that larger piece of wood away. And with those holes, if you needed to, you could always anchor it down to the ground or tie it up to something so that it can't get stolen. And, you know, get some nicer shots of animals feeding or drinking or bathing, whatever. So my power drill I couldn't find at the moment, so I'm using this hand drill, which is working just fine. But, I mean, once again, you don't need to have the fanciest tools or anything like that. All you gotta do is know what you have, know how to use it, and use it to the best of your ability.
Alright, and I'm almost done.
Well, in my process of actually building this, I was actually kind of surprised at how long it took. I wasn't expecting it to even take the 12 minutes that it did. I mean, there's not much to the unit itself. Yes, I mean, as we were just seeing, it took a short while to do the or to adjust the shopsmith to get that set up for drilling. And had I had the power drill, it would have gone just a little bit faster. But I mean, most of this could have been done. I mean, aside from rounding the corners nicer like that, which could be done with even like a coping saw. Basically, everything that was done could have been done by hand. But again, I mean, it's a very simple project. My rudder, I'm recording the audio for this on the 6th, but I filmed this and made it, I think it was the first or second of the month. And so this upcoming Sunday, we should be having supper at my brother's house, which is where I store my canoe. And I should be able to get some measurements on that for the rudder, and then I should be able to start working on that next week on Tuesday. So I think it's still a Canoe upgrade video that's posting in my following Tuesday for you guys 2 weeks ago. I think is where I'm at right now. As I have, I generally have 1 or 2 videos queued up for being scheduled posts. So when I'm editing this, I've got a video that'll be posting next Tuesday. And then I think I may have another one as well while I'm still working on this, so that if I don't get a video done 1 week, I still have a buffer zone before it's done. So there it is, all done, and